Blutbart.
Hello and welcome back to another behind the scenes toy photography video. This week I'll show you how to easily make scenery with pet store products. I call this shot, Hold Your Position. I'll also show you my editing process. For this shot I used Jessie, Appo, and a 501st clone, as well as Droidekas, B1 and B2 battle droids, all from Star Wars The Black Series. My setup for this shot could not have been more simple. After positioning my background TV, I simply plunked down this terrarium decoration and positioned my toys in and around it. If you're ever having trouble creating a scene or diorama, I would strongly suggest checking out the decorations at your local pet store. They usually have all sorts of interesting nature stuff like plants, fallen trees, and this excellent rocky outcropping I found at PetSmart. They even have things like terrarium mats to recreate desert ground surfaces. I positioned my camera so low for this shot that I didn't need to include a ground surface, but I do have a terrarium mat that you've probably noticed me use in many other photos. With my clones hidden in their little cave, I filled in the rest of the scene with droids. I know a big rule for art and photography is to keep things simple. A lot of people prefer minimalism. But personally, I want to fill every single space of my background with something. Maximalism is the name of the game for me. I like photos where you notice more and more detail the longer you look at it. I wanted to include some Droidekas, but the top of my stone spire was a little too small to pose them comfortably. To get around this, I used some acrylic cylinders and figure stands to prop them up out of frame. Once everything was in place, I finalized my lighting and got to shooting. Here's my starting shot. I achieved almost everything I wanted to in camera, so my editing process this week was a cinch. Aside from a minor touch-up to fill in a small gap in the top corner, all I really did was add adjustment layers for levels and color balance. I also made a quick color correction to cover up the blue paint in the bottom left here. And that was it. Easy peasy. So once again, here's my starting image. And here's where I ended up. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please consider liking and subscribing, and maybe check me out on Instagram. Thanks, and until next time.